Right now, we'll give you a look at how the NFL is kicking off football's biggest week ahead of Super Bowl 58 in Las Vegas.
It was violating, you know.
Plus, a vacation gone wrong. Why a pair of travelers from Madison is telling others to be wary of checking their luggage.
And we do have some thick fog, especially east of Dane County this morning. Visibility is getting down close to zero for some. We'll track that fog for you coming up.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Leah Lynchine.
I'm Shane Hogan. Chris has the day off today. We've been talking about scraping some cars off this morning. We've been talking about some fog. Kelly, what's it looking like out there? Yeah,
definitely going to have to scrape the windshield even if you're not seeing the fog this morning because of the cold temperatures and that moisture in the air. So it'll take you another 1 to 2 minutes to actually clean that off. Make sure you get all that frost off so you're able to see in front of you. Visibility is thick off to the east. Actually, the fog is thick off to the east, down to a quarter of a mile in Juneau, half mile in Watertown. Janesville did improve, but last hour it was down near zero. And I was checking some of the DOT cameras down there, and you can see some of that fog down there in Rock County. That's where they do have the dense fog advisories in effect until 10 o'clock. Some of this fog may creep into eastern Dane County, maybe even in the eastern parts of Madison, western parts of the county, likely to be avoiding most of that fog. But if frosty starts the morning with the fog, especially east of Madison this morning, we could be talking about record high temperatures, at least getting close to it as we go into a Wednesday and Thursday. Rain showers will be moving in on Thursday. So the low clouds, some of that fog spreading into Dane County here early this morning here at 7, 8 o'clock, then eventually starting to retreat onto the east. A little bit more sunshine to the west should warm temperatures up a little bit sooner. As all of us get into sunshine, we should be in the low to mid 40s generally across southern Wisconsin. With some sunshine, it's going to be a mild day, even though it is starting off chilly with the calm winds. Temperatures in the lower 20s, but we'll warm quickly through the 30s this morning. Talk more about that rain system coming our way later in the week coming up.
All right, Kelly, thank you very much. We appreciate you. This morning, we're taking a look at Vegas as the city prepares for the 58th Super Bowl.
Can't wait. Right behind us is the Sphere. You know, the big giant orb in Las Vegas. That's all the rage right now. All week long, it'll be projecting ads like these costing millions.
It is so mesmerizing. Take a look at this. Companies like Adidas, Nike, FedEx, Paramount, Verizon, they're all slated to play ads on this Sphere. Wow, check that out.
That's cool.
It's so fun to watch.
You can't look at it for too long, but it's cool.
A single ad, by the way, can cost $2 million.
Wow. Wow.
Jeez. In between, the Sphere will show off Super Bowl-themed street art. Look at this. This is so fun.
It's so cool. You know, U2's been playing a lot of shows there, and the reviews have just been great. So looking forward to see what else is going to happen. The Super Bowl plus Las Vegas doesn't get better than that. Well, just miles away is Allegiant Stadium. That's where the Chiefs and the Niners will face off this Sunday. And last night, the NFL kicked off their biggest week with an opening night celebration. The night was a spectacle. You just saw the Blue Man Group was there, Travis Kelce, of course, answering questions about that lady right there, Miss Taylor Swift. And we saw some crazy outfits as well. In Vegas, there are events scheduled throughout the week ahead of the big game.
Now, more local news. The city of Madison says staff members are locked out of the library's X account. Officials say somebody hacked the account last Sunday. Staff are trying to get back in. In the meantime, though, the city's asking residents to unfollow it for now. You can check back later on the platform formerly known as Twitter. See if they're back on there. We'll also keep you updated right here on News 3 Now.
The man charged in this deadly hit and run has a $10,000 cash bond set. Jules Tugnataman made his first court appearance yesterday after turning himself in Friday night. Madison police were previously asking for the public to help finding him, but thinking that he might have left the Madison area. Authorities say the 59-year-old hit and killed 23-year-old Jaitaja Graham back on January 26th near the Fish Hatchery Road exit. If he posts bond, Tugnataman will have to surrender his passport and will not be allowed to drive. As of last night, he remained in jail. He'll be back in court on February 14th.
Many of us avoid checking our luggage at the airport, right, to skip that extra cost. But a Madison couple says they'll no longer trust airlines with their bags after theirs were rummaged through. Blake Hovanek and Hollis Masson say they returned to the Dane County Airport from a vacation in New Jersey to find someone stole jewelry, electronics, books, even underwear from their luggage. They couldn't get a hold of anyone at the Dane County Airport, so they reached out to the New Jersey Port Authority, who directed them to United Airlines. United told the couple that they would look into the incident and maybe reimburse them.
Why would I check a bag and pay you money to look after my stuff, and then you tell me, oh, but actually we don't have to watch it.
Yeah.
We don't have to take care of it for you.
You can't trust anyone. You have to keep it secure yourself. Mm-hmm. It's the only way to fly safe these days, apparently.
Boy, Hollis and Blake say theirs was just one of 3 incidents of stolen items on this flight. United's policy states they're not liable for high-value or fragile lost items checked in luggage. A United spokesperson did say that they are investigating the incident.
6:05 now. We're currently in a warm stretch with the mild temps happening throughout this week. And while you might be pleased to see that warmer weather after last month's deep freeze, it could pose problem for your plants. Our News 3 Now's Jalen Banks has more.
This week, southern Wisconsin is a lot warmer than usual, seeing temps in the 40s and maybe even the 50s. And with recent snow melting away, that has been good for our soil.
It was good that we got some moisture finally to help recharge our really dry soil from this past summer where we had this long extended drought.
But the recent warm temps could cause some early budding for plants like flowers and trees. And still being in winter months, a drop back into freezing temps could be bad for some plants.
At this particular time, they're probably not in too bad a shape, but 2 weeks of this stuff that we're going to have this week would not be a good thing, followed by sub-zero. A week we can probably tolerate, but long warm now, a couple of weeks followed by sub-zero would not be good.
So I caught up with Garden Center manager Lisa Briggs on how to protect your plants in the event we see frost creeping back into southern Wisconsin.
Other people use like floating row cloths, which are this really finely polyspun, like a sheet that you can put over your garden. If you have perennials that you really care about and that you're seeing a lot of development, just a pot upside down at night. What you want to do is keep the frost off is the trick.
And for your larger plants that can't be covered so easily, there's a way to protect them too.
You can take some sharp pruners and you can go and clip some of those branches off where you see those buds starting to develop. Bring them in the house, put them in a vase, and then you can enjoy the flowers.
But most importantly, your hard work will endure no matter what.
And knowing that well-established, healthy plants are not going to be permanently damaged by this weather.
Now, soil experts tell News 3 that for ideal growth, the weather would have to remain this warm until spring or cool down to normal winter temps. That's what you would rather have, right?
Oh, yeah, I love winter. I would like it to stick around for a little bit. We really haven't gotten to enjoy snow.
I can't say I'm too beat up about it, but yeah, it's weird. I mean, you got to think about the bigger impact, too. These temperatures are like, hello, 54 in February. Kind of wild.
I guess I can't complain. I guess I can't complain. All right, it's 6:07. Speaking of your first warn weather, Kelly's keeping an eye on it this morning.
Yeah, we do have some frost and some fog, especially areas east of Madison this morning. It's been fairly thick for some. We'll track that fog for you. And also a chance of some rain showers later this week coming up.
And ahead in sports, how Doc Rivers became the Eastern Conference's coach for this year's All-Star game.
Plus, we're live in the 608 this morning at the Milton Food Pantry with their growing need and how you can help.
We're watching News 3 Now this morning. Brought to you by Toyota.
Dear all-wheel drive, let's show the road what we've got. Snowy streets, we're coming for you. Icy grip, we're holding tight. Wintry mix, meh. Safety's the name of our game. Yours, Toyota all-wheel drive sedans.
Right now, get 3.99% APR for 60 months on a stylish new 2024 Camry. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Cobeson Buses, now hiring.
I'm Dina Noland. I drive for Cobeson Buses. Working with Cobeson, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. First day of school for my son, the fact that I get to bring him there and I can just park my bus right on the side and walk in. They don't mind that. They want you to be there for your family.
I've always enjoyed working with kids. The opportunity to transport them in a bus, I enjoy doing it.
Visit Cobeson.com to apply.
Score great savings on flooring from Menards. Update your home with IBC sheet vinyl. It's waterproof and features a durable wear layer for active households. Impact sheet vinyl flooring is only $109 per square foot. Finish your bathroom remodel with Menards' great selection of Waterpik shower heads. They have trending styles and finishes with Power Pulse therapeutic massage. Pick up this matte black dual dock 7-spray setting shower head for $49.99. Now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
This is Kathy. She's about to see her dentist. She's afraid. Not because of the drill, but because of the bill. A big bill. But Kathy doesn't need to be afraid, and neither do you, thanks to affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company. It's easy to get this coverage. Don't believe me? Call or go online for all the details. You could even have this free information kit. This isn't a discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance. It helps pay for over 400 procedures. That's a lot. I'm talking cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures. Bottom line, you'll have help paying for routine care and expensive major work. But if you want deductibles, forget it. There aren't any. No annual maximum either. Plus, you can see any dentist you want. Stop fearing the big bill. Start saving at the dentist. Call now or go to sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
Your logo can identify your company, inspire your customers, and energize your team. We're 4imprint, and we can help your logo create moments that matter. Explore thousands of promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Don't delay. The Brothers Maine President's Day sale is happening now. Save store-wide on top brands like Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Maytag, and Amana. We have the area's largest selection and lowest prices guaranteed. Feel like family. Brothers Maine.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
Welcome back at 6:11. We are in the 608 with how you can support an area food pantry that's seeing an increase in families in need.
Our Josh Pryder is live in Milton with their story this morning. Hey, Josh.
Hey, good morning, guys. Yeah, we're live at the Milton Food Pantry. They've been seeing a growing need of individuals and families here within the school district of Milton. So we're learning a little bit more about what they're all about here and really the help that they could use. This morning, we're so lucky to be joined by Connie Briette. And Connie, you've been volunteering here for almost 15 years.
Yes, I have.
This is an incredible space for you and people really wanting to do some good in the community.
Definitely. We have a wonderful core group of volunteers, about 20 that keep this place going. And then we have a community that just supports us so unbelievably.
So talk about the space, because you guys really have a lot of space to be able to do what you need to do here.
We have not only this upstairs space, which is where we put the food we're taking out on a regular basis, but we have a whole downstairs that houses our school supplies, all our extra food, dog supply, you know, pet food supplies, everything.
And this is important space because you guys have been seeing that growing need for more here in your community.
Exactly. We've doubled what we were doing, almost over doubled what we were doing a couple of years ago during COVID. It's just growing and growing with the price of food, and people are more in need.
You know, what has that impact been here in the community with that growing need? Because obviously it's not stopping people from coming in and donating.
Oh, it definitely isn't stopping people. I mean, the schools are great. They donate truckloads of food. They have drives for us. If the community's having an event like a turkey trot or something, they collect food for the pantry. That's what they do. I mean, we are so blessed to be in the Milton community.
And that's huge for what you're trying to do every day, but also the community of volunteers that come in here to be able to sort and put all these things out on the shelves. That makes the job so much easier, right?
It does. We are like a family. We laugh a lot. We know each other's, you know, history, family. We cry a lot when that is, you know, we're part of a family. So it really is good to come to work here. We have about 22 volunteers altogether. Some work almost every time we're open. Some work just once a month, but you know, whatever it is, it's great.
And you've been able to kind of update the space too with the times, which is amazing because you guys are serving more people. You need to be able to do that.
It is. It's amazing. I mean, our shelves are full right now. We order from Second Harvest a lot. Second Harvest is such a great place. And then we get produce from mid-state somewhere. And that helps too. I mean, all our donations help. What we don't get and we need are like personal care products, because people can't get that with food stamps, you know, so we need the toothpaste, the shampoo, the deodorant, all those kinds of things. We really have a need for that.
And it's important to note, too, because you guys are in such a small community, you don't get a lot of the support and grants that maybe some of the bigger food pantries get.
Right, but we haven't needed that. We've been able to function very well with what the community gives us and what we get through Second Harvest. So, yeah.
I think that speaks volumes of where you guys are here in Milton.
Yes, we are kind of almost a showcase. I mean, because we have a wonderful facility and, you know, it runs very smoothly.
Oh, I love it. Well, we appreciate your time this morning, Connie. Nice to meet you, and thank you so much for a tour. Yes.
Nice to meet you.
If you'd like to learn more about how you can help here with the Milton Food Pantry, you can go to the story app on channel3000.com. And we're going to also talk about that growing need here a little bit more coming up just after 6:30, guys.
All right, Josh, thank you so much. We'll talk to you in just a little bit.
Hey, you know how to reach out to Josh to let him know about stories happening in the 608. There's his social media handle, and there's his email to reach out.
All right, it is 6:15 on a Tuesday. Hey, Kelly.
Yeah, good morning, guys. Frosty start to our morning, and some, especially east of Madison, seeing some of the thick fog, but make sure you allow some extra time to get that frost off your windshield because, yeah, it's going to be kind of thick. Might take you a couple of minutes to get that off. Otherwise, after that, we should see the sun break out. We should see some sun today, well into the 40s. Mild weather continues. Could be talking about record highs getting into the 50s later this week. Also, we have a chance of some rain showers as we go into a Thursday and Friday. That'll be the change, kind of a sign of some changes coming our way as we go through the weekend. Right now, the thickest fog is mainly confined to the eastern third of the state, down to a quarter of a mile in Waukesha, 3/4 of a mile in Watertown, a quarter in Juneau. Janesville did improve, but I'm still seeing some of that fog on some of our DOT cameras down in Rock County. So just be on the lookout for that fog. Southeast of Madison, east of Madison, where some of that visibility could be fairly low. This is dense fog advisory in effect until 10 o'clock. In fact, our future track wants to push this a little bit further to the west. It'd be kind of a slow process where we'd see some of this maybe moving into the Madison area before that sun comes up and then burns it off, and all the fog should be out of here later this morning. Not seeing the fog right now in Platteville, in Madison. We're not seeing it either. You can see the sun coming up. You can kind of see some of the clouds, some of that fog bank to the east of Madison on the horizon there. Should get up to 46 this afternoon, way above our average of 28. The sun will be up at 7:07, now setting at 5:16. So Wednesday should be dry. It's going to be mild, and then we'll look at some showers moving in. Already by the time you're waking up in the morning, maybe toward the end of the rush hour, see some of these showers spread on through. Not an all-day rain, but could get a quick, heavy downpour moving on through. This will be the same case going into Thursday evening before tapering off by Friday morning. All right, some of you folks out in our eastern counties, you might see some of this hoar frost. This was in Waniwak from a few days ago. Sandy was able to take that photo. We'd like to see your photos. Just download the First Warn Weather app, and you can easily submit it through our weather app, channel3000.com as well. All right, the clouds will be with us this morning, at least in eastern Dane County, then moving on out as we get through the late morning hours in the afternoon. All of us into some sunshine as we climb into the mid-40s. We're at 22 in Madison, so it is a cold start to the morning. 26 with the fog in Watertown. Right now across Dane County, 27 in Cross Plains and also Sauk City. All right, our First Warn forecast after the fog this morning, partly sunny this afternoon, 46. Not as cold tonight, down to 33. 48 tomorrow, even with quite a few clouds around. Those clouds will eventually bring us some rain showers Thursday night and into Friday. Quick one to get to our First Warn traffic before I forget here. We do have one disabled vehicle. This is on the northbound lanes of I-90, I-39, about 2 miles north of the 151 ramp.
A lot of Wisconsin basketball fans woke up yesterday with some Purdue pain, hurt from Sunday's loss. But let's spin this in a different direction. Wisconsin wasn't expected to be a national contender this year, but here they are. Even if a few shots didn't go their way against Purdue, they battled one of the nation's best teams down to the wire. And 6 weeks out from March Madness, games like Sunday's put Wisconsin in a position to reach their lofty goals.
Yeah, I think we're one of the best teams in the country. I mean, I think there's parity across college basketball. I think that's what you want, and you want to, play at a high level and compete with the best, with the goal that you want to be the best. It's not just about playing with them. You want to conquer them.
We got to sharpen it up, but we got a few things that we got to work on and tighten up, and that's what this is for. We want to be playing our best basketball in March.
Doc Rivers was hired as the Bucs head coach not even 2 weeks ago and already was named the Eastern Conference's head coach for this year's All-Star game. But how? Well, the coach is selected off of win percentage by the team. The Celtics would be there, but they have the best record in the East. But their coach is ineligible because he was the All-Star coach last year. So by default, Doc's Bucs, who have the second best record in the East, will be represented by none other than Rivers. And honestly, he's just as confused as you are.
That is ridiculously bad. It really is. Well, Adrian's going to get some money, that's for sure, and a ring. You know, it's one of these quirky things. I think there should be a rule somehow that someone else does it other than me. Maybe I'll send my staff, and I'll go on vacation.
And it was a big weekend for Wisconsin women's hockey. Caroline Harvey, a big reason for it. The WCHA Defender of the Week collected 3 points this weekend, including a game-winning goal in overtime over St. Cloud State. It's the second time the Badger sophomore has received the award this year. Wisconsin remains as the nation's second-ranked team, entering their final road trip of the regular season against Bemidji State this weekend. And we're 65 days away from the men's Frozen Four in Minneapolis, and this week's USCHO poll would put them right there. The Badgers are trailed, make that right behind 2 Boston schools and North Dakota. Wisconsin also sits atop the Big Ten with 8 games left in the regular season. That's your morning sports fix. Have a triumphant Tuesday.
You too, Andrew. All right, at 6:20, still ahead, remembering Toby Keith. Take a look back at the life of one of the country's biggest stars.
Yeah, that's right. And coming up in our next half hour, what today's vote in Congress means for the fate of President Biden's Director of Homeland Security.
But first, as we head to break, a look at gas prices across Wisconsin this morning compared to that national average. We'll be right back.
Watch News 3 Now at 6 with Eric, Charlotte, Gary, and Zach. Weeknights.
Welcome to Oakmont Senior Community in Verona. Active seniors 55 plus will enjoy our new luxury apartments, professionally managed by award-winning Attic Angel Community. Call Demery today for a tour and reserve your place at Oakmont.
This right here is confidence in a bottle.
It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face. And what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes. And I did this to my father. We were at home, so we applied it to his under eye bags, and let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view, and now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles.
This Valentine's Day is the best time to try Plexiderm at our startup price of only $14.95. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
A logo can do more than identify your company. It can connect in meaningful ways, energize your team, and inspire your customers. We're 4imprint, and we know your logo on the right product can create moments that matter. With 30 years of experience and thousands of products to choose from, we guarantee your order will be right the first time, on time, and for a great price. Be certain that the right moments will matter. Explore thousands of promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Gives you more ways to save on top of our lower than low prices. And when you download the Pick and Save app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. With a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Discover more ways to save big every day. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Welcome to Oakmont Senior Community in Verona. Active seniors 55 plus will enjoy our new luxury apartments, professionally managed by award-winning Attic Angel Community. Call Demery today for a tour and reserve your place at Oakmont.
Welcome back. Let's take a peek at your morning today. Oh, a nice one by Gwen. Little bit of fog, a little bit of snow still out there.
Yeah, that's pretty representative of what we've got out there right now. That fog's hanging around. We got some snow and ice kind of lingering. Obviously, with the 50s coming up later this week, we'll see how long that stuff sticks around.
Oh, my dog's going to be a mess.
Oh, muddy.
Yeah, she brings in all that mud.
Gosh.
And then Zeke picks it up.
You're already thinking about it.
Woo!
Put some towels down.
Gwen, thanks for reminding me what I got to clean up when I get home. We appreciate it.
All right, we've got some sad news in the trending segment this morning. Country icon Toby Keith passed away on Monday. According to his Twitter account, Keith had been fighting stomach cancer for the last year and a half. Now, Toby Keith broke out in the 1990s as a major star in country music, known for his hits like I Love This Bar and Red Solo Cup. I even know that one. The statement on Twitter said he, quote, fought his fight with grace and courage. We were, just kind of sitting around this morning and I was like, Toby Keith died. Wow. I don't often listen to country music, but I mean, I know how big of a star he is in that world.
Yeah, I certainly grew up on country music, so it was often played on country music radio in the 90s when I was, raised on that sort of music. He was a very big deal in the country music world. Only 62 years old.
So young.
Well known for his patriotism. Certainly took some political stances throughout his time in music. A phenomenal singer, no way to cut it.
Yeah. Tough loss for the country music world.
All right, just enough time to head over to Kelly Slifka, get a glance at our first warn weather.
Yeah, headed out to the bus stop. It is a chilly morning, also a frosty morning in some areas, especially east of Madison, getting some of that fog, which has been fairly thick, mainly over in Dodge, Jefferson, down toward Rock County. Our extended forecast does bring in 40s and even some 50s, along with some rain showers. That'll be moving in Thursday into Friday.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
It's a robotic money expert.
Clever. How do I start a savings habit?
Famous cabbage.
Savings habit.
Shaving rabbits.
Tech can make life simpler, but when it comes to savings habits, nothing's as simple as BMO. A BMO savings account helps you build the habit with a cash reward every month you save.
Cash reward. Ingenious.
Sardine fest.
This year's top prize goes to BMO.
I'm just in it for the saving, but it's nice to be recognized.
BMO.
No two bodies are the same. Some pets never got that message, but Always Flex Foam did. It protects against different flows for up to 0 leaks, and it flexes to fit all bodies for up to 0 feel. Feel it yourself with Always Flex Foam.
This isn't Charmin. No wonder I don't feel as clean.
Here's Charmin Ultra Strong.
Ah, my bottom's been saved.
With its diamond weave texture, Charmin Ultra Strong cleans better with fewer sheets and less effort. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
Spectrum Internet delivers with fast and reliable speeds nationwide. So there's never been a better time to switch to Spectrum. Now get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi and a Spectrum Mobile Unlimited line free for 12 months. Visit Spectrum.com or call 844-242-1479. Spectrum Internet offers speed and reliability, while advanced Wi-Fi gives you best-in-class security and privacy for all your connected devices. And Spectrum Mobile delivers unlimited talk, text, and data with nationwide 5G included. Switch now and get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 with advanced Wi-Fi and 1 line of Spectrum Mobile Unlimited free for 12 months. Start saving today. Go to Spectrum.com, a Spectrum store, call 844-242-1479, or scan to call now.
RSV can seriously impact breathing, even for the best performer. Protect yourself with Pfizer's Abrysvo, a vaccine to prevent lower respiratory disease from RSV in people 60 years and older. It's not for everyone and may not protect all who receive it. Don't get Abrysvo if you've had an allergic reaction to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may decrease your response. Most common side effects are tiredness, headache, injection site pain, and muscle pain. Ask your pharmacist or doctor about Abrysvo today.
Now is the best time to buy new Champion windows, because when you buy two, you get two free.
Hurry, Champion's Buy Two, Get Two free sale is for a limited time.
That's a great deal. Thanks.
Call 888-4CHAMPION or schedule your free in-home estimate online today.
Ordinary is the opposite of beautiful. Beauty drops our jaws, dilates our eyes, and beauty is something we can create right now at Floor & Decor.
Right now, high crimes and misdemeanors. A historic impeachment vote in Washington today after heated debate.
Plus, ramping up referenda. Why Wisconsin schools are leaning on taxpayers more than ever.
And another morning when we have some frost and also some fog. The thickest fog is to the east and to the south of Dane County. We'll see if we'll see that fog coming up.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. Happy Tuesday to you. I'm Shane Hogan.
And I'm Leah Lynchide. Chris has the day off. Yeah, we're talking about fog out there that could freeze every once in a while. I did have a couple of slick spots on my way into work.
Yeah, I just scrape off the windshield a little bit. Nothing too crazy, but Kelly's thinking that most people are going to have to deal with that this morning.
Yeah, temperatures are well below freezing. We did have the clear skies overnight. In fact, we still have the clear skies here in Madison as the sun is coming up. But this is looking eastward. You can actually see some of that fog just across the county line here in Dane County. So if you are traveling eastbound especially, that's where you may encounter some of that fog headed into Jefferson, Dodge County, or to the south and east into parts of Rock County. That's where we're seeing that fog. So be on the lookout for that. And even though the sun is coming up, make sure you keep those lights on as if you are traveling through that fog, just so people can see you. This goes into effect until 10 o'clock this morning. So visibility is down to 1/4 mile in Juneau, 3/4 mile in Watertown. Has improved in Janesville, going down a little bit right now in Monroe. We've been sitting at 6-mile visibility here in Madison. So the dense fog advisory surrounding Dane County to the southeast and to the east until 10 o'clock this morning. Areas of morning fog. If you don't have the fog, you probably got the frost, though, unless your car was protected overnight. Near record high temperatures in the low 50s later this week, and that's going to bring in a storm system that'll bring us some rain showers, warm enough for rain showers. So some of this fog, low clouds may be creeping toward Madison, at least for a time this morning before retreating back onto the east. Here we should be in the upper 30s at the noon hour, topping out in the low to mid 40s. So about 10 degrees warmer than where we were at yesterday. Expecting a high of 22 with the calm winds, or we're at 22 right now with calm winds, but temperatures rising through the 30s after the clouds and fog this morning. We'll get into some sunshine. Do have a disabled vehicle. This is on I-90-94, northbound I-39, about 2 miles northwest of 151 ramp. It's on the shoulder, maybe blocking that right shoulder lane this morning.
All right, Kelly, thank you very much. Happening today at the U.S. Capitol, lawmakers in the House will vote on whether or not to impeach Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas. This comes after the House Homeland Security Committee advanced their impeachment resolution last week. Republicans on the committee allege that Mayorkas has committed high crimes and misdemeanors for his handling of the southern border. Democrats on the committee argued the evidence does not reach that high bar. During testimony in the committee, there was a hard line between Democrats and Republicans on the issue, despite a history of bipartisanship.
Partisans' rush to consider the resolution is a betrayal of the committee's bipartisan record since it was established in the wake of 9/11.
Republicans responded to the allegations of rushed proceedings by discussing the lengthy investigation.
For nearly a year, the committee conducted comprehensive investigation into the causes, costs, and consequences of our border crisis, producing 7 separate reports totaling more than 400 pages.
Now, if the full House passes the impeachment articles today, Mayorkas would become the first cabinet secretary to be impeached in nearly 150 years.
Also happening today, Wisconsin's Legislative Black Caucus is holding a conference for Black History Month at the Capitol. It's scheduled for 11 a.m. The caucus is expected to talk about a series of events you can attend to celebrate the month. They'll be taking place across both Madison and Milwaukee.
Now to an update on the legislation known as the Parents' Bill of Rights in Wisconsin. It will be heading to the Senate now. This after a committee voted along party lines to move the bill along. The Republican-backed bill would allow parents to opt their child out of a class when a, quote, controversial subject is being taught. They define that as anything to do with gender identity, sexual orientation, racial identity, structural, systemic, or institutional racism. If passed, the bill is likely doomed when it hits Governor Evers' desk because he's vetoed similar bills in the past.
6:34 now. School districts across the state are struggling to make ends meet. That's leading many to turn to taxpayers to get help. In 2000, referendum-approved spending totaled $32 million across the state. 10 years later, that number grew to $180 million. And just this past year, it was at $650 million. The increase in spending allows schools to fund new projects, but for some, it's a matter of necessity. Our Maddie Himes traveled to a local school to try and figure out why these school referenda continue to grow.
Why are so many schools facing budget deficits and looking to voters for assistance? The answer lies far beyond the walls of the classroom. I spoke with Tom Parsons, budget manager for the Evansville Community School District. Evansville is proposing an operational referendum this spring. They're facing a $2.1 million budget deficit.
Well, I don't want anyone to think that this is an Evansville issue or an Evansville problem. Unfortunately, it is statewide.
Parsons said if you feel like there's more referenda than there used to be, you're right. And it all comes down to state law.
The way the funding is really set up in the current state, it makes it very difficult for schools to continue to grow not only their programs, but then also just maintaining with inflation costs.
In 1993, a revenue limit was placed on schools. The referendum option was introduced, leaving schools to rely on taxpayer funds if they were looking to exceed the limit. In 2009, that limit stopped adjusting to inflation.
And so the inflation of expenses and the inflation of revenue are not in alignment, and that disconnect continues to grow.
In 2000, referendum-approved spending totaled $32 million across the state. In 2010, that number grew to $180 million, and in 2023, $650 million. Since 1993, 80% of school districts have utilized a referendum, and so far, more than 50 schools have confirmed they will be proposing one this year. Reporting in Rock County, I'm Maddie Himes, News 3 Now.
6:36 now. The city of Madison wants to ease some of the burden on rental property owners. It's introduced a program to help them pay for repairs and improvements at those properties. The rental rehab program allows property owners who charge no more than fair market rents to be eligible for funding. Smaller apartment buildings with only a few units are eligible for $75,000, while larger apartments with more units could see up to $200,000. This money will then go back into the property for improvements, security upgrades, efficiency repairs, and more.
We assume that, a property owner who might be, charging lower rent might not have the cash flow to reinvest into those improvements. So that's why we are making sure that this loan product is available.
For more information on the rehab program, visit cityofmadison.com/home loans.
All right, American Girl Dolls, which has its headquarters in Middleton, might soon be getting the boot from Mattel. That's if some investors get their way. Representatives of the Barrington Capital Group wrote to Mattel's CEO, saying American Girl revenue fell 61% between 2016 and September of last year. It's asking the company to consider selling American Girl to boost share prices. Mattel has owned the brand since 1998 after buying it from local creator Pleasant Rowland.
I had no idea that their headquarters were in this area.
Yeah.
Zero idea.
I grew up with these dolls. I had Kristen as the big one. And they were an investment, so I had a lot of the mini ones.
They were expensive. But I have two older sisters who had a few of them as, like big gifts. And they were all over the house when I was a kid.
American Girl has had quite the impact on Madison. The philanthropy that comes from Pleasant Rowland has really created some beautiful institutions here in the city.
Very cool.
Yeah. Okay, it's 6:38. Coming up after the break, a Madison couple has a warning for you the next time you fly when it comes to checking certain items in your luggage.
And we've had some fog and some frost this morning. We'll have more coming up. Fog and frost have developed across the area this morning, and visibilities are kind of low, especially east of Madison. We'll track and see how much fog we can expect for the rest of the morning coming up.
It's the President's
Day Super Sale at Denver Mattress. Right now, save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Or check out the Summit Queen for only $299.99. Plus 6 years no interest and free shipping. The President's Day Super Sale, only at Denver Mattress.
Now at Menards, score big savings on everything before the big game. Check out our great selection of quality appliances. We offer the lowest prices with the largest in-stock appliance selection. Ready to take home today. Get this Criterion upright freezer for just $598. We're your one-stop shop before the big game. Stock up on brewpub lots and lots of pizzas. Loaded with award-winning Wisconsin mozzarella cheese and high-quality toppings. Right now, get 2 for $11.
Save big money at Menards.
Come on, Michael, come on. Catch the ball! Huddle up. Do you need to get your eyes checked?
Well, actually, here's the play. Stanton Optical makes glasses in 30 minutes. It's easy on 3. 1, 2, 3. Easy!
Hut! Come on, Michael, you got this. Come on, turn. Michael, catch! I can see! You did it! I did it!
30-minute glasses? Now that's an easy play. Stanton Optical. Easy's our thing.
There's never been a better time to switch to Spectrum. Spectrum Internet offers speed and reliability, while advanced Wi-Fi gives you best-in-class security for all your connected devices. And Spectrum Mobile delivers unlimited talk, text, and data with nationwide 5G included. Switch now and get Spectrum Internet for $49.99, plus advanced Wi-Fi and one Spectrum Mobile Unlimited line free for 12 months. Start saving today. Visit Spectrum.com, a Spectrum store, or scan to call now.
Interested in an electric vehicle? Bergstrom has the largest selection of electric vehicles and a team you can trust. Buy with confidence and complete peace of mind from Wisconsin's #1 automotive retailer. Bergstrom Automotive, driven to deliver gas, hybrid, or electric.
Announcing Madison Magazine's Best of Madison Readers Poll for 2024. Nominate the Best of Madison online today, including Animal Hospital of Verona, Best Veterinarian, providing compassionate care for over 40 years. Nominate all your favorites on MadisonMagazine.com.
It's the President's Day Super Sale at Denver Mattress. Right now, save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Or check out the Summit Queen for only $299.99. Plus 6 years no interest and free shipping. The President's Day Super Sale, only at Denver Mattress.
Thursday at 10.
It was bug infested, black mold everywhere. Then mice got really, really bad.
Former residents speak out about the unsafe conditions in a local sober living home.
You're supposed to care about people's sobriety and making sure they're safe and they're clean.
I'm finding out how transition homes are monitored and what some say the state needs to do to prevent more problems.
Not having some regulation could be a disaster.
News 3 Now investigates Thursday at 10.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
Welcome back at 6:41. I want you to imagine this scenario. You're getting home from vacation. You start to put your luggage away, only to realize someone's gone through it and things are missing. That's what a pair of travelers from Madison say that they experienced.
Yeah, the last thing you want to have to do when you get home from a vacation and put your stuff away, realize stuff's gone. And, you know, many of us may avoid checking bags because of how much it costs nowadays. Our Armand Rahman spoke to a couple that they say now you should avoid it because it's not secure.
It's violating. You know?
That's not how Blake Hovanek and Hollis Masson thought that they'd feel after their vacation in New Jersey. But when they went to get their bag,
I noticed the outer pouch was open, and then we pulled the luggage off of the conveyor belt, and that's when I said, hey, where is the Switch?
It wasn't just a Nintendo Switch.
And we opened up the bag, and that's when we noticed that everything had been rifled through.
Books that were underneath all of their clothes were gone, and from the pockets, jewelry from Blake's family.
Yeah, my uncle who passed before I was born. It may cost you next to nothing to have received it, but what it means to you is very personal. And yeah, and just, I don't get that anymore. It's just gone.
They were robbed of memories and privacy.
A pair of my underwear is gone. It was a pair of used underwear that is gone. That's something that I'm trying really hard not to dwell on because that doesn't need to be keeping me awake any more nights than it already has.
Immediately, they called the Dane County Airport but couldn't get a hold of anyone. Then called the New Jersey Port Authority, who told them to call United Airlines. That's when they saw the luggage tag wasn't even theirs but switched with someone else who reported their bag lost. They say other passengers on that same flight were in line in Madison with the same problem.
At least 3 people's bags had been either directly stolen or stolen from. And that's a lot.
United said they'll look into it and maybe reimburse them. But as they told Hollis, their policy states they're not liable for high value or fragile lost items in checked luggage.
Why would I check a bag and pay you money to look after my stuff, and then you tell me, oh, but actually we don't have to watch it. Yeah. We don't have to take care of it for you.
While they keep fighting to get some answers, they warn other travelers, avoid checking your bags at all.
You can't trust anyone. You have to keep it secure yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only way to fly safe these days, apparently.
Arman Rahman reporting there. A spokesperson from United said they did receive a report. They are investigating this case.
Well, hopefully their stuff gets found and returned.
We will report back. All right, it's just about 6:45. Kelly Slifka has your first warn weather on this Tuesday. Hey, Kelly.
Yeah, good morning. A frosty start to the morning. Definitely going to have to scrape the windshield if your car was out overnight. And we had some fairly thick fog, especially to the east of Madison. But right now, we actually have clear skies, and we're going to continue with the above average temperatures. Believe it or not, yesterday was actually the coldest day that we've had over the last 13 days. And you can see this stretches back to Wednesday, the 24th of January, with above average temperatures and sometimes well above average temperatures as we got into the 40s last week and this weekend. All right, we are looking at some fog this morning and some frost here in the Madison area. Just fog mainly east of Madison right now. We're not seeing it too thick here, but we are going to continue with some record high temperatures and record temperatures that could be getting in the 50s, it looks like, by Thursday. All right, visibility is not too much of an issue here in Madison, but it's off to the east primarily. Juneau down to a quarter of a mile. As you get toward Waukesha, a quarter of a mile, and also down to the south. You see Monroe right now, visibility at a half of a mile. So dense fog advisories to the east and southeast of Madison in effect until 10 o'clock. We may see a little bit of that fog develop here quickly, but right now in Madison, right now with the sun almost coming up, I don't think we're going to see too much of that of an issue. But all this fog should be burning off here fairly quickly this morning, and we should get into some sunshine. That'll bring us some warmer temperatures. Not seeing the fog in Platteville. Madison, you can see some high thin clouds on the horizon as we look at our Edgewater sky cam. High pressure control over weather, that's keeping us quiet and also unseasonably mild. Now, we're going to be on the warm side of a storm system coming our way Thursday, so that means as it moves in, it's going to be rain. And it'll be rain on Thursday night into Friday. Cooling off a little bit this weekend, but still running above average. We'll track those showers for you on Thursday. Mainly moving in during the morning hours. We'll see one batch of rain move through. Not going to rain all day, but you may get a heavier downpour passing through. This will continue into the evening before starting to taper off into early Friday. So some low clouds this morning, especially eastern Dane County, gradually lifting and giving us some sunshine as we head in the noon hour. Should be topping out in the low to mid 40s later today, maybe getting close to 50 out toward Boscobel. We're at 22, 27 in Jaysville across Dane County, 25 in Sun Prairie, Cottage Grove currently 24. First warn forecast, a little bit more cloud cover tomorrow. Still not going to keep us from getting up close to 50, which is the record high tomorrow. The record on Thursday is 55. We'll be up to 54 with some rain showers moving in. Cools down a little bit this weekend, but still running a little bit above average into next week.
All right, Kelly, sounds good. Thank you very much. Hey, our Josh Breider is live in Milton this morning talking about the Milton Food Pantry.
Yeah, he's talking about how you can help families in need across the area. Good morning there, Josh.
Hey, good morning, guys. Yeah, we're inside the Milton Food Pantry talking about that growing need for individuals and families here in the area. And here to talk more about it is Phyllis Fry. Phyllis, good morning to you.
Good morning.
So, Phyllis, you're one of the newest volunteers, but you're also the treasurer here. This is a really special place, and you guys do some good work.
We do. They do. The volunteers are amazing here, and I just kind of, I'm the back office person. What I do see is the numbers, the cost of food that we are paying out to keep our pantry stocked. So we have a couple ways for people to donate if they want to help out, and that is we have a PayPal link at the top of our Facebook page. Of course, we'll always, you can always drop off food, monetary donations right here at the pantry in Milton, or we have a P.O. box at the post office for a mailing address.
So a few different options there.
Yeah.
You know, talk about over the last couple of years, you've definitely seen an increase. And when about did you really start to see more and more people coming for help?
So I came on board in the pantry in the spring 2 years ago. And there was still the COVID relief funds that were out there that people were getting. Since that ended last spring, our numbers have doubled.
Wow.
Yeah, our households have doubled. It's been insane. It doesn't even look like it's going to slow down at all. So the need is high right now. We service the Milton School District. So if you're in the Milton School District, the pantry is open to you.
So these are individuals, these are families right here in your community.
Here.
I think what's special is because you guys are such a small community, people coming forward to help. It doesn't seem like you guys are short of that here.
No, we have an amazing community here in Milton. There are no words. There are no words.
I love that.
How the whole community comes together. The local businesses, Piggly Wiggly, Quick Trip, I mean, I could go on and on. They donate baked goods. Quick Trip has the individual meals, and they'll donate a bunch of those. We do have a lot of single-family homes, elderly. So those are amazing. Yeah, we're very, very lucky. We get no state or federal money, so we rely on our community to keep us going.
You get local, stays local too, which I think is important.
Yes, very much. Our kids in our schools can go home from school and have something to eat.
Simple things that make a big deal.
Simple things you don't even think about.
Wonderful. Well, Phyllis, we appreciate your time this morning. Again, if folks are interested in helping out the Milton Food Pantry, you can go to the story up on channel3000.com. Plenty of ways to give. Either you can give those donations, or like Phyllis mentioned, there's also that PayPal account. You can go on their top of their Facebook page for that, guys. So plenty of way to be able to give back here in the community.
All right, a lot of good reminders there. Thanks, Josh.
6:50 coming up in the morning sprint. All of the top headlines to start your Tuesday morning.
We're back right after this.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Hy-Vee hot deals are burning hot. Fresh ground beef, just $2.68 for a 1-pound roll. Buy 2, get 2 free on select Pepsi products. And avocados, 2 for just $1. Only at Hy-Vee.
Can your roof handle our Wisconsin winters? If you're tired of repairing leaks and replacing shingles after each storm, call us, the metal experts at Sweeto Metal Roofing.
Sweeto Metal Roofing, the last roof you'll ever need.
When a crane collapsed during construction of a Major League sports stadium, 3 workers lost their lives. Their widows called us. When maintenance workers were permanently injured by an industrial accident at a public utilities power plant, the 7 injured workers called us. When a factory exploded, injuring dozens of workers, 18 victims, including all 3 families of men who lost their lives, called us. Because Wisconsinites know who to call when it's a must-win scenario. They call Habish, Habish & Rotier. National reputation, hometown service.
RSV can seriously impact breathing, even for the best performer. Protect yourself with Pfizer's Abrysvo, a vaccine to prevent lower respiratory disease from RSV in people 60 years and older. It's not for everyone and may not protect all who receive it. Don't get Abrysvo if you've had an allergic reaction to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may decrease your response. Most common side effects are tiredness, headache, injection site pain, and muscle pain. Ask your pharmacist or doctor about Abrysvo today.
Today, we seize the day, because at US Cellular, you can get an epic Samsung Galaxy S24 with Galaxy AI. Now, you might be wondering, do I deserve a free Samsung Galaxy S24? You do. You deserve it. Each and every one of you deserves one.
Even me?
Look under your chair. That's right.
Incredible. It's incredible.
New and current customers can get the Samsung Galaxy S24 on us with no trade-in. US Cellular.
Cheers.
Cheers.
To your big promotion.
And to your new house. I know.
What? I guess you had to move fast in this market.
Right? Best thing I did was get a pre-approval from Summit. Once I knew my budget, I only looked at homes I could make a serious offer on.
And how's construction going on your place?
1 month left.
Must be stressful.
Actually, no. I'm working with Summit too, and they've been great about answering all my questions and guiding me along. It's been easy.
Whether you're building or buying a home, Summit Credit Union is here to help.
Ordinary is the opposite of beautiful. Beauty drops our jaws, dilates our eyes, and beauty is something we can create right now at Floor & Decor.
Hy-Vee hot deals are burning hot. fresh ground beef, just $2.68 for a 1-pound roll. Buy 2, get 2 free on select Pepsi products. And avocados, 2 for just $1. Only at Hy-Vee.
Learn about orthopedics at ssmhealth.com/keepmoving.
6:53, time for the morning sprint. Breaking news this morning, country music icon Toby Keith has passed away at the age of 62. He died on Monday, according to his Twitter account. Keith had been fighting stomach cancer for the last year and a half. The statement said he, quote, fought his fight with grace and courage.
In-person absentee voting begins today for the Wisconsin primary. This is the presidential primary on February 20th. Sites will start opening. You can check the City of Madison's website to find the locations and hours. The last day you can vote absentee in person is Sunday, February 18th.
Lawmakers in the House will vote today on whether or not to impeach Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas. This after Republicans claim he committed high crimes and misdemeanors for his handling of the southern border. Democrats argue the evidence brought against him does not reach that high of a bar.
The White House says President Biden would veto a standalone aid package for Israel proposed by the House. This as a Senate border deal that would include aid to U.S. allies appears to be on shaky ground. The House Speaker saying it'll be, quote, dead on arrival. Republicans responded to the threat from Democrats, calling it a betrayal of Israel in their time of need.
For the first time, a college basketball team could become part of a union. This comes after a National Labor Relations Board officer ruled that Dartmouth basketball players can apply for a union as school employees. If they unionize, the players would be able to negotiate salaries as well as practice hours, travel, and their working conditions.
Authorities in Dodge County are still looking for an escaped inmate this morning. Jennifer Peterson is up on your screen right now. She left the jail over the weekend for a medical visit and never went back. She was last seen in a red Ford Edge SUV at the Marshfield Clinic in Beaver Dam. If you have any information on where she might be, you should call Dodge County's non-emergency line.
5 minutes away from 7 o'clock as we are watching some fog, mainly east of Madison, but we've noticed a trend that it is starting to creep into the eastern side of Madison as well. Record highs, though, after we get through some of this fog this morning. Potential tomorrow, also into Thursday, but we will have a chance of some rain showers. Be warm enough for rain showers. So visibility is down in Juneau, Watertown, Waukesha down an eighth of a mile, a quarter of a mile or half mile right now in Monroe. But some of that has been inching to the west. So on the east side of Madison, if you're over there toward, well, Sun Prairie, McFarland, Stoughton, expecting some of that fog this morning. Also on the east side. Otherwise, the fog should burn off a little bit later on today. Quick look at well, we don't have this accident. We actually had a vehicle that is stalled on the eastbound ramps of I-90 and 94, just north of 151.
Thanks for keeping an eye on that, Kelly.
Sure.
And some record temperatures in the forecast potentially.
Yeah, pretty insane. I mean, we're talking about 50s, and this has been a long stretch of warm weather.
All right. Thanks for joining us this morning, folks.
All right. We will be back in a half hour with another news and weather update.